Alright, let's do the patch 6.22 notes rundown. So we're going to go straight into the Assassin update. Alright, so Talon. Part of the challenge when taking a class update is finding a niche for each champion. Base movement speed 350 to 335, that seems weird. Health growth stat 85 to 90, I guess that's kind of good. Base attack damage 55 to 60, base attack speed 0.668 to 0.625. Attack speed growth stat 2.7 to 2.9. Swift stabbing, attack frame improved, okay. New passive, Blade's End. Talon's abilities wound champions and epic monsters for a short duration, stacking up to 3 times. When Talon basic attacks a fully wounded target, they bleed. Wait, Talon's abilities wound. Okay. They bleed for a large amount of physical damage over time. Damage 60 to 160 plus 2.0. It's that 200%. Bonus attack damage over 2 seconds at levels 1 through 11. Wait, what? He gets a free 500 physical damage or something, like late game? What? That doesn't seem very fair. Talon, alright, updated Q, Noxian Diplomacy. Talon leaps to a target dealing physical damage. If cast within melee range, Talon does not leap, but instead critically strikes his target for 150%. Whenever Noxian Diplomacy kills the unit, Talon restores health and refunds 50% of its cooldown. So it becomes Annie's Q, except for HP on Talon. Cooldown 8 to 4 second scaling to 8 to 6 second scaling. Cost 40 to 60 mana scaling to 30 at all ranks. Range 550, 170 if used from melee. Does he still have his blink? Assassin's Path, Talon vaults over the... okay. No, I guess he does not have his blink. Okay. Alright, I guess that's kind of okay. Damage 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, so that's sort of okay. Plus 1 bonus attack. Although the melee scaling is pretty big. That's 30 per level. Plus 1.5 bonus attack damage. That doesn't seem... I don't know if it's an attack reset. I'm going to assume that it's an auto reset. So that's pretty brutal. I don't see how that's balanced, just looking at these numbers and given his passive, but okay. Rake, 10 seconds at all ranks to 9 seconds at all ranks. Cost 60 to 80 mana, 55 to 75 mana. Slow 20 to 40% scaling, 40 to 60% scaling. Slow duration 2 seconds to 1 second, that does not matter. Rake slow now only applies when the blades return, okay. Now has a 0.7 second delay before returning to Talon, okay. Range 750 to 900, okay. Arc 40 degrees, 22 degrees, alright. Initial damage 30 to 150 plus 0.3 bonus attack damage to 50 to 90 plus 0.4 bonus attack damage, okay. Return damage 30 to 150. Okay, so now he has to land the entire combo to maximize his damage. That's fine. Total damage 300, okay, to 270 to, yeah, okay, that's a pretty big buff. Oh my god. Assassin's Path. Talon vaults over the nearest structure or terrain in a target direction. The vault speed is affected by Talon's movement speed. Talon cannot vault over the same section of terrain for a short period of time. Cooldown 2 seconds at all ranks. Cooldown on terrain 160, 135, 110, 85, 60 seconds. Okay. Terrain that's currently on cooldown will appear outlined in red for Talon. Talon can vault over player-made terrains as well. Okay. So, I mean, this strikes me as he's not a mid laner, he's a top laner, or he's a jungler. All of these changes to him, they strike me as top or jungle. They don't strike me as mid. But then again, maybe I'm underestimating how obnoxious this W can actually be on Rake. But with some of the matchups that exist right now in mid, unless something has happened to other champions, I can't see Talon actually finding a safe way in. But that's just an assumption. Okay, Shadow Assault. What? Okay, 120 to 220 plus 0. Okay, to 160 plus, okay. Blades now have a minimum lifetime of 0. Okay. Blades can now be redirected to Talon's first basic attack. Now has way more blades. Okay. So overall, I guess his assassination is stronger. And he just seems a little bit more broken. Although not having the blink does make him a little bit vulnerable, which is, again, why I think that having him in top or jungle is probably going to be better, but I could be wrong. Alright. Okay. Let me see. Oh, wait, does it make him invisible? Hold on. Does it still make him invisible? It doesn't say. Well, that sucks. Okay, whatever. Katarina. Okay, base health, 510 to 590. That's pretty big. Health growth stat, 83 to 82. Okay, so she doesn't really lose too much there. Base health regen, 4.5 to 7.5. That's really big. Health regen growth stat, 0.55 to 0.7. Base armor, 27 to 28. Base magic resist, 32 to 34. That's pretty big. Base movement speed, 345 to 340. Okay, so updated. Bouncing blade. Katarina throws a dagger, dealing damage to her target enemy and nearby enemies. The dagger ricochets onto the ground behind her initial target. If Katarina picks up a dagger, she uses it to slash... Wait, what? Katarina picks up a dagger. Oh. Oh. So they mixed her W into her Q, but she has to pick it up? Picking up a dagger causes Katarina to slash all enemies around her. Okay, range 675 to 625. That's a little brutal. Targets hit 4 to 3. That doesn't matter so much. Ratio 0.5 ability power to 0.3 ability power. That's pretty bad. 60 to 160 scaling to 75 to 195 scaling. She's ultimately going to lose damage. There's no question about that. Cooldown 10 to 8 second scaling to 11 to 7. Dagger spin damage 75 to 2. Oh, okay. So if she picks up the dagger, then well, I guess she doesn't really lose damage unless she's unnaturally fed. She gains damage early on, but then I think she loses damage in the mid game. I think even if she does pick it up, I don't know. Dagger spin damage ratio. Wait, what? 1.0 bonus attack. Oh, the spin. Okay, never mind. She gains damage. Well, that's fun. New W preparation. Katarina tosses a dagger into the air and gains movement speed for a short duration. Delay until dagger. Oh, so it like lands on the ground. She can just pick it up and spin around. All right. Into the air. Can she select where she throws it? Is there like a... Yeah, there's a video, huh? All right, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Shunpo. Cooldown. 12 to 6 second scaling to 10 to 8 second scaling. Damage 40 to 160. Reduced to 30 to 90. Range goes up though. That's pretty big. Ratio 0.25. Ability power 0.65. Total attack damage plus 0.25 ability power. Okay. Shunpo now targets an area around Katarina's target and strikes the nearest enemy of casting an allied in addition to allied and enemy. Okay. Okay. Oh, she can no longer target wards. That actually really affects her safety, but not so much, because she can still jump to minions and stuff. Death Lotus. Daggers thrown, 10 to 15. Damage per dagger. Cannot be cancelled by movement and basic attack commands on the first and last. Okay. Okay. Total damage, 350 to 750. Scaling, 3 point... Okay. 2, 375, 7 point... I guess that tunnels her into AP Katarina. Although I don't know, maybe she can have hybrid. Maybe she can go like Gunblade or something, because her ratios are a little bit bonkers. I don't know. It's hard for me to make a prediction because I'm not gonna sit here and obviously think about like items and stuff on her right now, on if she can be built hybrid or something. But it looks like they are tunneling her into ability power. So I guess there is that, but I don't know, maybe there is like a hybrid Katarina. But she definitely does still look like she will exist primarily only in mid lane, which is fine. But I don't know how good she's going to be. Yeah. Alright. LeBlanc. General base movement speed, 335 to 340. Health growth stat, 75 to 80. That's pretty big. Passive Sigil of Malice. LeBlanc's ability to apply Sigil of Malice to her target after a short duration. Striking the target with LeBlanc's ability detonates the Sigil, dealing magic damage. Sigil duration 4 seconds. Sigil arm time 1.5 seconds. Damage 40 to 3. What is with these like, Talon has this, and now she has this. Like, what's the cooldown on this? Is there a cooldown on Sigil of Malice, or does LeBlanc just get a free fucking Thunderlords? Like, what is this? Sigil of Malice after duration. I mean, I want to look at chat right now, but does she get 2 Thunderlords? Sigil of Malice. Okay, Shadow Orb. Renamed Shadow Orb, 0.5 ability power, okay. Cost 50 to 90 scaling, 40 to 60 scaling. Removed its passive now, no longer applies a mark. New Shatterflux. If Shadow Orb triggers Sigil of Malice, it chains to the nearest ready Sigil of Malice. Shadow Orbs bounces deal 120% damage to minions. So she autos the entire wave, and then she Shadow Orbs it for wave clear? I guess, with distortion or something? Wait, hold on. Or she distortions into Shadow Orb to CS, so they just made her CSing easier? Is that what I'm getting here? Okay, so distortion, 0.6 ability power to 0.4 ability power, cost 80 to 100, 70 to 110. That's pretty big. Improved distortion detection when traversing walls. Now has a 0.25 second delay before returning to original position when recasting. Distortion. Okay. I don't know how impactful that is. I assume it's actually going to be pretty big. The ability power lost here seems like it's made up for here almost. Not quite, but that doesn't really fucking matter because this is just... This is stupid. This is so stupid. Oh my god. Alright, whatever. Anyways, alright, Ethereal Chains. Now displays tether ranged allies and enemies. Remove damage. You no longer slows enemies during the... Oh, okay, that's a little bit fair. It still doesn't really do too... Well, it makes some of her obnoxious approaches easier to deal with. But I still think that it doesn't really do enough, especially late game, because she doesn't really make use of the slow late game, except maybe in very few scenarios. Okay, updated our Mimic. On cast, creates a copy of LeBlanc before both becoming invisible for a brief moment. Afterwards, both LeBlanc and her copy cast an empowered version of one of LeBlanc's basic abilities. Only the real LeBlanc deals damage. Empowering Mimic itself creates a copy of LeBlanc at a target location with global range. Once conjured, the copy will walk towards the nearest invisible enemy champion, creating a fake version. What? Cooldown 40, 32, 24 to 54, 42, 30 seconds. So with 40% CDR, it's basically up all the time. Mimicked Mimic cooldown 160 to 140, 120. Wait, what? I don't even understand. Mimic Shadow Orb damage. 50... Wait, 150, 300, 450, 0. Okay, wait. 152. I don't see how this is fair. See, okay, this part where, like, he says pretend to gank top lane while you actually go bot lane, there's no way. Well, I mean, I guess in solo queue there's a way that professional teams don't know which one's fake and which one's real. Especially just because the movement, like, I mean, unless you can control it perfectly, it still seems weird. I don't know what the hell's going on with this. Oh, mother of God. Okay, Rengar. Let me see. Save me right now. Attack damage growth stat 3 to 1? What? Base attack speed 0.679 to 0.672. Attack speed growth stat 2.85 to 3.5. Armor growth stat 3.5 to 3. Health regen buffed 4.3 to 7. Health regen growth stat 0.1 to 0.5. Maximum ferocity goes to 4. So this looks like a top laner already. Okay. Update, passive unseen predator. While on a brush, basic attack calls remember to leap to a target, leap to enters combat, generates 1 ferocity. At 4 ferocity, his next ability is empowered. Casting an empowered ability increases Rengar movement speed for a short duration. Killing unique champions grants Rengar their trophies increase. Okay, that's nice. Bonus movement speed on empowered cast. 50% at 13. Okay, and he gets Storm Raider Surge for free at level 1. Oh, alright, good. I'm glad that we're just adding fucking keystones to champions' passives. That seems like a nice little fix. Okay. Bonus movement speed duration, 1.5. Okay, great. Fantastic. Tonight we hunt. Whenever a unique champion is killed within 1.5 seconds of taking damage from him, Rengar's attack is permanently increased. Total attack damage? Fuck it. Let's give him Inferno Drakes, too. That seems like a good idea. Yeah. Alright, Keystones for everyone and Inferno Drakes for Rengar. What the fuck am I reading? Updated Q Savagery. Okay, so Rengar slashes enemies in an arc in front of him, followed by piercing in a line, generating 1 ferocity. Both strikes deal physical damage. If used at 4 ferocity, Savage's damage is increased significantly. Okay, cooldown 6.5 to 4 seconds, flat. Alright. Why not just have it up all the fucking time with 45% CDR? Damage, 30 to 150 scaling, 40 to 120 per hit. Ratio, 0.2 total attack damage at max rank to 0.7 bonus attack damage per hit. Well, that doesn't matter, because if he just gets a few kills, then I guess it doesn't probably matter too much. Empowered damage, 30 to 240 at levels 1 through 18. 60 to 196, so it's buffed early on, but nerfed later on, but again, that probably does not matter. Powered ratio, 0.5 total attack damage to 1.5 bonus attack damage per hit. So again, I guess it's a little bit reliant on him getting kills, and however he itemizes. Cast targeted directional AoE. Let me just take a quick peek at it. So he got Evelyn's E, but it's a skill shot? Is that... What the fuck? Yeah, oh yeah, you can miss that, yeah. I bet you can. Yeah, you can also miss Mordekaiser's Z, too, yeah? I mean, if you're really special. Holy shit. Okay, cool, yeah, Battle Roar. Cooldown, 12 seconds at all ranks to 20, 18, 16, 14, 12. Alright, that's kind of cool. Kitty Grit, no longer grants Rengar 10, 15, 20, 25 armor and magic resistance per champion. Okay, it's like Ekko's ult. Now heals Rengar for 50% of the damage he took in the last 1.5 seconds, represented by Grey Health. Battle Roar heals 100% of the damage dealt by heals 100%, what? Remove the base does this. Casting Battle Roar at 4 ferocity no longer, okay, that's nice. What the fuck? Okay. Katnarok. Casting Battle Roar at 4 ferocity breaks Cowed control and renders Rengar... Yeah, sure, let's just give him fucking Olaf's ultimate, too. I'll tell you what, Rengar got around in the jungle in Season 6. We might not have seen him in competitive play, but you know that he was sleeping with the Inferno Drake. He was sleeping with Olaf's mother. All right, and he was probably sleeping with some top laners. I don't even know what the fuck to say about this. Okay, Bola Strike. Ebola. All right. 50 to 340 scaling to 50 to 305. Slow 60 to 80% decaying over the duration to 30 to 90% non-decaying. Well, I guess that's not so bad. It does help him out later on, but honestly, like the slow later on probably doesn't really matter too much at that point. It's just like a really obnoxious Gnosis Wither. But given how short his cooldowns are, I can't see him not just being able to spam stuff out anyway and get his empowered stuff, because this is obnoxious. I mean it was 4%. It was 4 anyway, like before, but the fact that it's 4 right now, he's gonna be spamming a lot faster. All right, Thrill of the Hunt duration 7, 12, 17 seconds to 14, 22, 30. All right, yeah, let's just give him everything he wants. 130 to 70 seconds decreasing, so it's still the same at max rank. Cooldown begins when Thrill of the Hunt ends. Okay, that's kind of nice. Rengar enters camouflage after 2 seconds. Okay, bonus movement speed, 15, 30, 45% while moving towards enemy champions, 20, 30, 40% at all times. So wait a minute, does he get 85% when he... Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'm reading wrong. 20, 30, 40%, okay, that's fine. I think that's actually a lot better. Rengar gains vision of the closest enemy champion within 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 range. That's interesting. That's a pretty nice way to actually balance it. Eyes appear over the head of the target Rengar gains vision of, visible to both enemy teams. Bonus movement speed after stealth removed. Bonus ferocity generation after stealth removed. Camouflage is a new type of stealth like Evelyn's passive Shadow Walk. Rengar is visible to enemy champion or nearby enemy champions and gains an indicator showing who can see him and who cannot. Okay, well, Rengar to me looks like he'll probably be a jungler or a top laner, but I can definitely see a lot of arguments for him in top lane, given that now this will actually give him a lot of ways to fight back against ranged champions, because that's just obnoxious. I think that they gave him way too much. Giving him Infernal Drake for free is a little bit disgusting. I think it's even grosser than Inferno Drake. In some cases it can be. 3 is completely likely to happen almost in every game, so he's basically at least guaranteed 1 Inferno Drake. This 2% attack damage early on, I mean, I guess if he only has like let's say like 100 AD, then he doesn't really get anything, right? Like this is negligible, but this is where it starts to matter. And if he does get here, this is pretty game-breaking, 12% attack damage. Like, this probably enables him to itemize different, and let's not even talk about if he fucking gets 15 kills and 30% AD, because that's just not fair. Because at that point, you can probably throw 2 tank items on him, and he would still deal the same as a normal, traditional full AD Rengar that does not have that many kills. Alright, let's jump into something else. Please save me. Fizz, oh god, what did they do to you? Okay, Fizz R now grows as the fish travels along its path, resulting in different sizes of sharks. All right, okay. Q Urchin Strike, 10 to 6 seconds scaling to 8 to 6 seconds scaling. That's nice. Cost 50. Oh, okay, they made it 50 at all ranks. That's nice. Sheen now properly activates when used on targets right next to Fizz. That's nice, so they fixed that. Okay, updated WC Stone Trident. Passively, Fizz's basic attacks causes enemy to bleed for magic damage. When activated, Fizz's next basic attack deals magic damage increased by 300% if the target has bled for at least 2 seconds. And Q applies on hit effects, right? So if you make them bleed for a bit and then use Q, what? Okay. Cooldown, 10 seconds to 10 to 8 seconds scaling, 40 mana at all ranks to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That's a little bit painful, but I guess it's probably alleviated by the Q not costing 70 mana anymore. Passive damage, 20 to 60 scaling to 25 to 85. Passive ratio 0.5, ability power to 0.33, ability power, passive duration 3 seconds to 4 seconds, okay. Now resets Fizz's basic attack timer and empowers his next attack. So, wait a minute. So we can auto W, auto E, Q. Okay. Active damage 0.15. It only empowers his next basic attack, I guess. Well, that's a little bit weird. Okay. So 10 to 30 scaling to 25 to 85 scaling. Fizz's target has bled for at least 2 seconds. Season starting damage to increases damage to 75 to 250. Plus 1.0 ability power. What? He can have like a 900 damage W? In some cases? Well, if he's built a little tanky. Seastone Trident active kills the unit. 20, 28, 36, 42 mana is refunded, and its cooldown is set to 1 second. What? So you can keep it at rank 3. You can keep it at rank 3, and it's basically free, and you can use it all the time. Okay. In addition to basic attacks, Seastone Trident's passive is also applied on enemies. Fizz's dashes through during Urshan. Okay, that's great. Playful Trickster now shows Fizz an indicator of the area damage before he lands. Enemies see a red flash of the area after he lands. I think they did this to Zac. 90 to 130 mana to 90 to 110 mana. That's actually really big considering how much Fizz spams it. Fake Zonia's Hourglass now probably delays Playful Trickster's damage. Okay, that's fine. Chum the Waters. Delay before shark, 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. Okay, Fizz summons a different shark based on how far the fish traveled before latching onto an enemy. The further the fish travels, the larger and more damaging the shark. Okay, so Fizz is now rewarded for max range shark throws, and I guess the abusive QRs are nerfed in a way. If Chum the Water travels less than 455 units, it will summon a Guppy the Shark after 2 seconds. Guppy area of effect 200, damage 150 to 350, 0.6 ability power, slow 40%, knockback 150. Okay. Normal Shark. If Chum the Water travels between 455 and 910 units, it will summon a normal but terrifying shark. 225, 325, 425, plus 0.8 ability power, slow 60%, knockback 250. Okay. Chum the Water has traveled at least, will summon basically a fucking Gigalodon, aka Megalodon. 300, 400, 500, plus 1.2 ability power. So if Fizz hits a max range R at level 6, it basically deals 400 damage for free, and that's not factoring in the follow-up Playful Trickster into Urchin Strike with Seastone. Like, what is that for lethal? That is so bonkers. Oh my god, it's so disgusting, Fizz, with Ignite. But even still, this still strikes me as top laner. Fizz also strikes me as a top laner. So far, I'm looking at Talon, Fizz, and Rengar like they're top laners and not mid laners. Just with how their changes are to their spells. But I could be wrong, but I'm envisioning this as top lane. Or I guess, wait, hold on. Seastone Trident. If the target has bled. Okay, it says target, so it can be a jungle monster. So maybe Fizz can jungle? Because if you last hit the jungle creep and then you just W again, last hit it, W again, last hit it, W again, last hit it. I mean, that's pretty good sustain. Maybe jungle or top Fizz? It's looking like jungle or top Fizz. Okay, Kha'Zix. Evolved Q refunds Q's cooldown when cast on isolated targets. Evolved W heavily slows isolated targets, and Evolved R stealth Kha'Zix when entering brush. Okay. Passive Unseen Threat, 10 to 146, plus 0.4 bonus attack damage. So no matter what, this is a gigantic buff, because Kha'Zix never got ability power before. Alright. So that's a gigantic buff. There is probably no argument about that. So okay, nice. I really like that Riot's giving them, you know, keystones and masteries on their passives. That's really cool. Q, Taste Their Fear. Cooldown 3 to 4 seconds. Okay. Ratio 1.2 bonus attack damage to 1.4 bonus attack damage. Bonus damage to isolated targets 30 to 50%. Evolution name, evolved in large claws, evolved Reaper claws. Okay. Remove big claws. Okay. Swift claws. Evolving Taste Their Fear now refund 6% of the cooldown when cast on isolated targets. Wait. So, 60% of 4 seconds. Wait. Well, no, it's going to be 60% of whatever 40% is of the 4 seconds. right? It's not gonna, you can't just spam Q. 1.6 second Q. Okay. Yeah, that seems fair. Slow, 20% to remove for Void Spike. Evolve slow, 50 to 40%, okay. Isolated slow, 80% on so basically the slow was almost completely useless in the jungle, right? Because 20%, you know, okay. It's a little bit of a novelty. But fuck it, let's just give it right back to you because, you know, if you're counter jungling them, they're isolated anyway. So let's give you an 80% on isolated targets. Doesn't say how long it lasts for, though, but I'm going to assume maybe like 2 seconds or something. Void Assault. Invisibility duration, 1 second to 1.25 seconds, okay? Evolution name, Evolved Adaptive Cloaking, Active Camouflage. What? Okay. While evolved, Kha'Zix gains Void Assault's invisibility and movement speed for 2.5 seconds upon entering any brush while out of combat. Wait. What? Please tell me pink wards are still in the game. Alright, Kha'Zix. Have fun. Have fun there in jungle. Although, I mean, 80% on isolated targets. Bonus damage to isolated targets went up 20%. He could be a top laner too. These guys can all be like tops or jungles. Alright, Akali, save me. I don't even want to read this fucking clusterfuck that I can imagine that she's going to be. Okay, 8 to 4 second cooldown. Passive Twin Disciples, or Twin Disciplines, whatever. Akali's first 2 attacks have bonus effects. Akali's first basic attack heals her, while the second... Wait, what? Deals bonus damage. A few seconds after her first attack, this resets. Cooldown 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 after first attack at levels 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Okay. First strike healing 5 to 60 at levels 1 through 18. Healing ratio 0.6 bonus attack damage plus 0.3 ability power. So if she has... Let's throw Akali a bone there with 300. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay, so... Okay, she can heal a lot now. So they gave her Hextech Gunblade on her passive. This is just fan-fucking-tastic. They basically gave her Hextech Gunblade in a way, I think. Second strike bonus damage 10 to 100. Okay. 0.5 bonus attack damage, 0.5 ability power. Okay. Twilight Shroud now teleports Akali to the cast location, placing Twilight Shroud at her original... Wait, what? Let me see this. Where's the video? What? There's no video. Okay. She has a blink? I guess she has a blink or something? I don't know. E, Crescent Slash. Cooldown 5 to 1 second to 5 to 3 seconds, okay? This basically lets her get CDR and not have to worry about the fact that she goes on her her energy. Damage 30 to 130 to 70 to 190. Ratio 0.5 AP, 0.6 total attack damage to 0.5 AP. 0.7 bonus attack damage, which I guess that hurts her a little hard, but I think that her total damage is still probably up. If Crescent Slash kills the units, its cooldown is 60% refunded. So if it kills 2 units, does it just come off fucking cooldown? Is that how that works? Does she still have her Q? I guess she still has her Q. Shadow Dance. 2 to 1 second to 2 seconds. That's really obnoxious. Okay. Damage 100 to 250 scaling, 50 to 150 scaling, ratio 0.5 ability power to 0.25. This might be the birth of Tank Top Akali. I think this is the birth of Tank Top Akali. I can't see it as anything else, actually, when they do this to her ultimate and when they do this to Crescent Slash. And with how her W is with her passive. I feel like this is Tank Top Akali. Alright, so we're getting lots of top laners. So assassins are going to hail from top lane. Let's see if Zed goes up to top too. Over the top, that's what I'm waiting for. All right, let's see. No longer provides 4, 8, 12, 16, 20% bonus attack damage. Energy return on multi-hit, 20 to 40 to 30 to 50, okay. Shadow swap range, 1100 to 1300, a little bit more room to work with. E-Shadow Slash, 4 seconds at all ranks to 5 to 3 seconds. Damage, 60 to 180 to 65 to 165, so more damage early. Well, at rank 1 anyway. So he gains a little bit of damage at rank 1, but that doesn't really matter. Ultimately, I think that this is really nice, the extra range for a little bit of maneuverability. However, losing this is pretty freaking weird, so I don't understand. So there's some stuff in here, but it's on... his true late game scaling... okay. Whenever a Deathmark kills an enemy, Zed steals their shadow for himself, gaining a portion of their attack damage. Zed can only possess one shadow at a time. And only steals a new shadow if it would give him more damage. 5 attack damage plus 5, 10, 15% of the target's total attack damage. See, this shit... I don't know how to feel. I hate passives like this that are conditional on you outplaying your opponent. I don't like passives that you don't totally have the full say in it. So this is kind of like, okay, this is fantastic if Zed gets on top of a level 18 6-item Jhin. Like, I don't even know what to say about this. This would also be the most funny and trolly thing that's gonna it's gonna pop up on Reddit one day where Jin's gonna sell all of his items and he's gonna walk out or something, and Zed's gonna kill him and get his shadow, and then Jin's gonna go back and buy items even though he's gonna be missing an item or something, but Zed's just gonna be left there with some pitiful fucking shadow or something. It's gonna be great. But I don't know. That's like... I don't even know what to say about this. I don't like this. This rework seems really shit. So their most popular and famous assassin seems like he's about to bite the dust, and I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, Ekko. I did not know Ekko was classified as an assassin. It doesn't work like that. Only steals if he gains more... Oh, okay, so chat just corrected me. Wait. Oh, only steals a new... I didn't read the whole thing. Maybe that would help. And only steals a shadow if it would give him... Oh... Well, that's unfortunate. All right, well, that's fine. Even still, I don't like kits like this. I absolutely hate kits. Similarly, I hate Rengar's kit, but I can kind of accept it a little bit more, given that it's not impossible for him to, get some novelty out of it. Obviously, you can argue that Zed gets a little bit of novelty out of it, but by the time that these things kick in... it becomes problematic where either you're going to win or you're not. And this is more like a win harder passive than it is an outplay passive or, a balanced passive. I don't know. I don't like it. I hate kits like that. Okay. General, base mono regen, 6 to 7. Passive Z-Drive Resonance no longer slows enemy champions. Okay, that's pretty bad. 20 to 190 damage at levels 1 through 18. 30 to 140, so more damage early, less damage later on, but that doesn't matter because Ekko's busted anyway. Q Time Winder, 0.2 ability power to 0.3 ability power, so if he has a fully stacked Dark Seal and a little bit of AP, I guess this damage is fixed. Time Winder's radius increases by 50 as it hovers by the end of the travel distance and returns to normal when it travels back to Ekko. Okay, that's kind of cute. Chrono Break, heal ratio, 20% of the health loss plus an additional 6% per 100. Flat health equal to 0.6 ability power. So they're trying to make him AP Ekko, and they're trying to take him away from Tank Ekko. Chrono Break's heal does increase by 3% for each 1% of maximum health loss in the last 4 seconds. Chrono Breaking through W Parallel Convergence will trigger the stun and shield. Okay, wait a second. So they're trying to tunnel him into AP Ekko, and I'm trying to see if there's a way... Well, we haven't seen items. We have not seen items yet. Let me just take a quick glance at items. Put a belt. Is that it? Wait, really? I'm trying to think if there's a way for Ekko to be AP and tanky at the same time. I guess not, probably. They might have just actually killed Tank Ekko, which I think is very sad because I think Tank Ekko is actually quite fun to watch. Because it's such a skillful champion and it has so much room for artsy plays and a lot of setups. So really, really sad that they do this. But okay, let's see Shaco. R leaves a nest of Jack-in-the-Boxes on death. Okay. W has more health. Okay. This helps you out more than you think. Recommended items updated. Okay. Updated passive backstab. Cooldown per target 3 seconds, affected by cooldown reduction. Backstab crit damage 120 to 140% at levels 1 through 18. Backstab crit against monsters 200%. Okay. Q deceive 90 to 50 mana scaling to 60 at all ranks. I think that's actually probably better. Cooldown. What is that? 14 seconds to 11 seconds. Okay, that's nice. Cast time randomly between 0.05 and 0.3 seconds, 0.125 seconds. Okay. All right, so stealth duration 3.5 seconds to 1.5, 2.25. Okay, so it goes up to 4.5. That's nice, actually. I like that at max rank. No longer causes Shaco's next base attack critically strike. Now deals 20, 35, 50, 65, 80 plus 0.5 ability power bonus damage on Shaco's next basic attack. This attack can critically strike. Can. Okay. Dealing damage with Deceive lowers its cooldown by 2.5 seconds, so 40% CD. Okay. Can now place W Jack-in-the-Box while stealth. Placing a Jack-in-the-Box briefly leaves Shaco's position. Doesn't make him targetable. Okay. W Jack-in-the-Box now gains 0 to 400 bonus health from levels 1 to 18. That's pretty nice. Randomly 2.1 to 2.3 to 2 seconds flat. Okay. Damage versus turrets 100%, 50%. Okay, that's fair. I guess this is probably balanced by the fact that his ultimate now drops Jack-in-the-Boxes, I guess. E, 2-shift poison. Slow, 10 to 30% scaling to 20 to 30% scaling. That's nice. Damage, 50 to 210 plus 1.0 bonus attack damage, 1 point ability power to 5 to 125 plus 0.85 total attack damage. So it's a buff early on. Okay, so it's a buff early on, and it's okay. It's probably just overall a buff. Now deals an additional 3 to 8% of the target's missing health. No longer slows monster. Okay, so this is just overall, I think, quite a big buff. Well, no, it's a buff early on when it matters most, and it's a nerf later to make Shaco not completely oppressive. If I'm looking at this correctly. Okay. No longer slows monsters attack speed. That's kind of bad for jungle, but that doesn't matter. Hallucinate, invulnerability, 0.5 seconds. Okay. Damage to turrets, 50 to 35%. Okay, that's fair. Shaco Clan now takes double damage from turrets. That sucks. Shaco Clan can now attack wards. That's good. Now creates a nest of Jack-in-the-Boxes upon death. These boxes activate together and receive damage together. Okay. Nest duration, fear duration, 0.75 seconds. Nest damage, 25, 50, 75, 0.5 ability power per attack. Is that per Jack-in-the-Box? Nest health gains 210 to 950 bonus health from level 6 to 18. So I guess killing Shaco with a melee champion will be a little bit more difficult to do. It doesn't say how long it takes the nest to arm. If it's instantaneous, then that's pretty problematic. If it just spawns, fears you, and starts hitting you. But if it does have the arm time of 2 seconds, then I guess it's not that bad. So that's sort of whatever. Okay, so these are all the Assassins updates. So that's pretty much it. So my final thing is that it looks like LeBlanc will be mid, Katarina will probably be mid, Talon top, Rengar top, or Talon, Rengar, Fizz, probably top jungle, Kha'Zix jungle, maybe top, Akali, probably going to be tank Akali, Zed, I hate his new kit, but I mean, it's really good for solo queue. Elo boosters everywhere will love him. But I don't like it from a competitive standpoint. And Ekko being tunneled into AP Ekko is sort of whatever, because there are people that can play AP Ekko. I just really am sad because I think that Tank Ekko was one of the most beautiful champions to enter League of Legends. So, yeah. Okay, stealth mechanics. Okay. Conceptually, stealth is easy to understand. You can't see me mechanically. That means a few things. First, stealth is tied to vision game. When you don't know where someone is, there's a chance they're closing on you. This creates both fear and roaming on the map. And saying, okay. Okay, camouflage. Longer duration, strategic stealth revealed by proximity turrets and control wards. What is a control ward? Tell me. Okay, coming up next. Okay. Longer duration of camouflage effect makes them ideal for roaming around lanes and jungle unseen. Moving on to one victim to the next. Nearby enemy can see through camouflage, however, making it less reliable in the middle of fights. Wait, what? Camouflage champions revealed nearby enemy. Following stealth abilities are camouflage effects. Evelyn's passive Shadow Walk, Rengar's R, Thrill of the Hunt, Twitch's Q, Ambush. Wait, they're perma? Wait. Wait. Are they perma stealthed? Or is Evelyn perma stealthed? Oh, we're gonna see in champions. Okay. Invisibility. Shorter duration, tactical stealth revealed only by turrets. Okay. Invisibility effects don't last long enough for users to move from one lane to another, but are well suited for maneuvering in combat. Whether that's to start a fight or reposition within one. Turrets are the only entities that passively see through invisibility in line with their nature as safe and okay. The following stealth abilities are invisibility effects. Vayne's Final Hour. Teemo's passive. Guerrilla Warfare. Cool. Wait, so how do you see Teemo if he goes passive? Tell me that there's a way to detect Teemo if he goes passive, because if not, I feel like Groscore has a legion of Teemos coming to a game near him that are going to AFK idle in a brush next to him. Oh man. My heart goes out to Allie Larson. Oh man. Pornstar Zillion just got a new weapon. Oh man. Alright, Shimmer. Okay, so hitting stealth units briefly reveals their location. This preseason we wanted to cover a way to deal with stealth that isn't just turn it off. The new Shimmer mechanic is a means for scouting and reacting to stealth enemies without completely exposing them to retaliation. An invisible camouflage enemy cause the air around them to shimmer. Oh, sort of like a Dark Templar from StarCraft. No discos. Well, clearly they have not known what they just did to Teemo. But champion only shimmer up to once per second, even if they take additional damage during the time. Okay, control ward. Vision ward update. Reveals camouflage, but not invisibility. Disables nearby enemy wards. Okay. With the addition of shimmer mechanic as a Closius water. Okay. We felt confident removing vision wards from the combat equation. That leaves us with an item that serves one purpose. Vision control. Hence the name control wards. Okay. Control wards reveal and disable nearby hidden enemy traps and sight wards in a 900 unit radius. Camouflaged enemies in the area are also revealed, but invisible enemies are not. Okay. Control wards are visible to the enemy team while they're active, disabling a ward. Health 4. Okay, cost 75 gold. Each player can have one control ward on the map and 3 in their inventory. That's nice. Wards disabled by a control ward still grant. Okay, that's nice. Okay. This is. I think this is actually. This is fine. I think this is fine. The invisible stuff, that's a little bit obnoxious, but because of the shimmer, the only obnoxious thing is it technically adds some like false tankiness to them. Wait a minute. Wait. So you can only kill Teemo with AoE. If Teemo chooses, he can go AFK in a brush, and you can only kill him with AoE. Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh god. There's going to be so many memes on Reddit of like famous people getting trolled by Teemo picks. You know, the Teemo player insisting in Champion Select that they're a Teemo main and they really just love the, you know, the path of the scout and never underestimate the scout's code. You know what I mean? And they're going to hut 2, 3, 4 straight into their mid lane or bottom lane's brush, and they're going to go AFK. All right? And when that little thing pops up that's like, warning, you might get, you know, hit with Lever Buster or something like that, they're going to move in the brush, but that doesn't matter because Teemo's passive keeps them stealthed, right? So you're just going to see a Teemo literally moving back and forth inside of a brush because he literally says that it's just a part of the scout's code. And I mean, how do you respond to that? You know, it's a part of his code. So, oh man. All right. So, okay. Ward rewards: Sightstone and Totem wards. 30 experiments on kill, 40 experiments on kill. Control wards, 40. Okay. Farsight wards. Is that the blue thing? Okay. 20 experience on kill. Okay. Okay. So that's all fine. So now we move on to assassin itemization. Okay. Assassin itemization. Okay. Lethality. Flat armor penetration has been faced with lethality, which scales with target level. When they're ahead, they're really ahead, but when behind, they're pretty underwhelming. In part, this is... Wait, with target level. Does that mean your opponent or you? Lethality immediately grants 40% of its value as flat armor penetration. The remaining 60% scales linearly with enemy level. What? I don't understand the sentence. Like, what am I failing to understand here? When they're ahead, they're really ahead. Okay, that's obvious because of their passives. But when they're behind, they're pretty underwhelming. In part, this... Oh, okay. This is a means to fix this, I guess. Major marksmen, the assassin don't typically build defensively on, so the bulk of their armor comes from levels. Yeah, that's true. Oh, okay. That's fine. That's actually really nice. That's a cute way of doing things. 10 lethality grants 4 armor penetration up front and 0.3. Does this hurt Pantheon, I guess, and like Jhin? I guess it hurts Pantheon and Jhin. That's a little bit unfortunate. Okay. Updated precision, tier 5 cunning mastery. Okay, so this is the update to the hybrid or that thing. Yeah, okay. Updated flat armor penetration runes, 1.6 lethality. So I'm just gonna have to open up a calculator after and see exactly what this does to certain champions like Jhin and whatever early on. But I mean, this looks pretty big for some champions, and it seems like it'll hurt some others, like Jhin. That's just what I'm assuming. So Jhin might have actually just taken a pretty big hit. Attack damage up, on hit damage after kill removed, out of combat, movement speed added, okay. Attack damage added 5, no longer grants 10, okay. 15 lethality, okay. No longer provides a unique passive after killing a... Oh, so this actually ramps up, and it's going to do more. That's nice. No longer provides a unique passive after killing a unit. Your next basic attack or single attack deals 50... wait. Okay. Unique passive plus 20 movement speed out of combat. So now it's just even more of an assassin item, but I think it's more so targeted at jungle. Poacher's Dirk transforms into Serrated Dirk after killing 3 large monsters in the... Okay, so speak of the devil. Total cost 750 gold. Longsword plus 400 gold. Oh, wait, what? Transforms into Serrated Dirk. Oh! Okay. I guess. Alright, Edge of the Night. New Serrated Dirk upgrade. Channel for a spell shield. Total cost 3100 gold. Pickaxe, Serrated Dirk, null magic mantle. 600. Okay, attack damage 60. Magic resist 35. Lethality, unique passive. Okay. Unique passive 20 movement speed while out of combat. That's nice. Unique active veil. Channel for 1.5 seconds to grant a spell shield that blocks the next enemy ability. Lasts for 10 seconds. 45% cooldown. Can move while channeling. So it's sort of like a Nocturne spell shield, but you have to move a little bit while channeling. That's pretty nice. I think that's actually really cool. So it's basically a enhanced Banshee's Veil for assassins. It's a way for assassins to actually get a Banshee's Veil so they can't just get knocked right back. So Edge of the Night seems like it's going to be Lady Gaga's Edge of Glory for some of the assassins. Duskblade of Draktharr. Okay, attack damage 75 to 65. No longer grants 5% movement speed. Okay. Now grants plus 20% movement speed out of combat. This is going to be a buff to a lot of champions. because a lot of champions would only get 17 movement speed. But this movement speed was gained even while in combat, so this is just going to help for getting the leap onto someone. But honestly, I mean, 3 MS doesn't really make or break it, so I think this was actually better to have, but whatever. No rents, 10 flat armor pen, okay. 15 lethality, yep. Breaks even at level 8, okay. Unique passive Night Stalker after being unseen for at least 1 second. Your next basic attack will 50 plus 2 per lethality. True damage on hit. Okay. Unique passive Blackout. Disable nearby enemy wards for 8 seconds after being spotted by one. Okay. Does it still have the thing? No! No! This sucks. Or I think it sucks. It looks like it sucks. No! Duskblade of Draktharr! They turned it into a frickin' Kha'Zix and Rengar item. Okay, Youmuu's Ghostblade. Total cost 3,200 to 2,900. 300 gold. Okay, combined cost is removed there. Unique passive plus 20 lethality. Okay, unique passive plus 20 movement speed out of combat. We already talked about. Well, I guess this thing didn't have it. Okay. 40% attack speed and 20% movement speed for 6 seconds. Active grants 20% movement speed and ignore unit collision for 6 seconds, but you don't get the attack speed. I guess that probably does not matter to Kha'Zix or Rengar, and it definitely does not matter to Talon. So if Talon is going to be top lane or jungle, then this will be for him. It's basically for all of those champions. But it looks like AD carries will not be using this item anymore, so it's not going to be an acceleration item, which is actually really sad because this opened up some very interesting build paths for ADCs. Maw of Malmortius, 3250 gold unchanged. Hex Drinker, Call, Fields, Warhammer, 850. So now what? You get CDR? Yes, you do. Okay. Unique passive Life Grip. When Lifeline triggers, gains plus 20 attack damage in addition to the previous plus 10% spell vamp and 10% lifesteal until out of combat. So you gain 2 longswords. You gain 2 longswords, but you lose 10 flat armor pen, and you don't get any lethality. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess it just shifts it into more of a defensive item rather than a hybrid, but that's sort of that kind of sucks because that helped with really punishing mid laners and suffocating their ability to come back. So okay. Oh man! All right. As if seeing Poison Ivy in that Batman movie wasn't bad enough, we now have this fucking abomination that hits the rift. So okay. Spawn locations. Blast Cone. Is that the thing that knocks you up? I think it is. So it knocks you up here. Can it knock you over walls? I don't know. Can it knock you over walls? I don't know. Knock you over walls. Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay. Alright. Blue Scryer's Bloom. That's the vision, right? Okay. Honey Fruit. Honestly, in competitive, all of these locations, except for this one and this one, are pretty obnoxious for the laners to get. Mid lane can't actually reliably get this. Like, these two, mid lane can't get this. Unless, like, they're already really far ahead. Because if you're really far behind, you can't get this anyway. Like, because it's going to probably set you further behind because of what it's going to mean to give up in the lane. Likewise with these ones for top lane. So these are more so just jungle novelties. Plants are stationary, neutral units within 1 health, okay. Plants spawn as an active season, takes 60 seconds, okay. What's the cooldown? Oh, 7 minutes. Oh, this is fine. I mean, it's stupid as shit, but it's fine. Okay, they're not, like, respawning, like, every fucking day. It's not like you get a present, and you get a present, and you get a present. You get a present. Eating a fruit slows you for 35%, drops 5 fruits. Each fruit heals for 3.5% of max health, or 8 plus 6 flat heal, whichever is higher. This isn't impactful enough. Well, the honey fruit can be, if it RNG spawns here. If it RNG spawns here, this is like getting an Inferno Drake or something early on. Like that's actually very, very brutal. So that kind of sucks, but whatever. I don't think that these are as bad as a lot of people thought they were going to be, primarily just because their cooldown timers are way too big. And I think that's actually good. Okay. But some of the junglers, well, no, the cooldown again on Scryer or on Blast Cone is too big, so it's sort of whatever. Okay. Smite. No more Wolf Spirit. Large monsters, no etc. Or large monsters no longer grant bonuses when smited. Red and blue buffs still exist. Smite now heals you for 100 plus 10% of your maximum health when used against monsters. Okay. Ammo recharge time, 75 seconds to 90 seconds. Okay. Ammo charge startup time, 125 to 140. That's pretty big. Okay. Hunter's Machete, on hit damage up, lifesteal up. That's really good for some junglers. So that's kind of nice. Monster spawn and reward changes. Small camp respawn, 100 seconds to 150. Wait, what? The gap between fast clearing and slow clearing junglers is too high. Clearing is always going to be easier for power farmers and bursty clearers, but we think some aspects of the scaling of the jungle monsters is fresh junglers pay too much for an opportunity cost when ganking, thanks to how quickly jungle monsters respawn. Champions with higher clear speeds can afford to sneak in a ganker. Okay. Second, the way the monster scale is faster clears the level of camp. Okay, small camp respawn. Wait, what? Wait, what? Small camp respawn? 100 seconds. I don't understand what the fuck does this mean. What is completely blanking in my mind right now? Monster retall. First clear gives about the same amount of gold experience. Taking Krugs gives more rewards across game time slightly. So this helps bot lane more, unless they made Krugs harder. Alright, let's see. Okay. Oh, it means non-blue. Oh, they added 50. Okay, that's pretty big actually, I guess. This hurts some junglers and it helps others. This definitely hurts Nidalee. This cripples Nidalee. This helps Shaco. This does help Shaco, because Shaco is not a clearer. This is actually pretty big for Shaco. Alright, camp updates. We like what camps like Gromp and Raptors have done for making different camps feel distinct to clear. This preseason, we're sharpening those distinctions even more. Red and blue buffs are more like mini-bosses, and we want to make room for each buff to have a unique character. These Sentinels weren't adding much, and they were already plenty of 3-monster camps anyway. Moving the Sentinels and pushing those stats back into the buff monster lets the Sentinel umbrella. Okay. Small monsters removed. Blue Sentinel and Brennelback stats up to slightly constancy. Blue Sentinel has negative magic resistance. Red Brennelback has negative armor. Okay. Magic and physical damage are increased against them, respectively. That's really cute, actually. So, wait, Blue Sentinels have some negative magic resistance. That's actually really big for some junglers, primarily, again, Shaco. And then, you know, Brambleback having negative armor, that's actually pretty nice, because generally Shaco would want the red buff for the longer duration, so that's pretty cute. Raptors. 2 more Raptors added, so what? It's a total of 6. Health cut by roughly half, damage cut by roughly 2/3, health increased by roughly half. Oh, Crimson Raffer. Okay, that's all fine. Krugs, but the one thing though that this Raptors of the area effect camp, so we're adding even more Raptors. So yeah, this definitely will obviously hurt single target, but a lot of the junglers right now are mostly AoE, so it doesn't hit them way too hard. Like Olaf, for instance, is not really hurt by this. Nidalee, not really hurt by this. Graves, not hurt by this. You know, Elise though is hurt by this. Okay, Krugs. There's no camp for the jungler who wants to sacrifice time spent on the map in exchange for more gold. We're re-imaging Krugs as the time sink for players who want to do just that. Krug Town now consists of 1 ancient Krug and 1 Krug. When killed, the ancient Krug spawns 2 Krugs. 60% less when Krugs are killed, they spawn 2 mini Krugs. What? Krug spawn 15 seconds after the other camps. Okay, that's nice. Okay, Gromp. Gromp is already serving as a niche, as the single target camp quite well. However, for slower clearing champions, its persistent threat can serve too much of it. Right, Gromp's attack damage is now significantly lower, but the attack speed is significantly higher. However, as attack speed steadily decreases over time, Gromp spawns 15 seconds after the other camps. So this spawns, and this spawns. So wolves and wraiths still spawn with the big camp. So I guess, what's the clear going to be? Big camp, leash into wolves or wraiths into Gromp, I guess, or something like that. It's going to be some awkward path like that. It's fine. Merc wolves are the everyman camp, so we're not going to do major changes here. Okay, that's fine. Rift Herald. Rift Herald is supposed to be a threatening objective for poachers to contest. High damage renders it too threatening to be worth taking. As often, it turns into a trap for players who want to start it. Okay, spawn time 6 minutes to 10 minutes. Attack damage 105 to 85. That is not the problem with it. That is not the problem with it. It forces too many players out of position, and it is a complete time sink, which leaves them too susceptible to giving up position elsewhere on the map. This damage is negligible. It's really just negligible, so this is pretty stupid. Pushing, no, this doesn't fix it, so, okay, how about you give it a fucking plant up its ass that makes it take a little bit more damage if you eat the plant, alright? Elder Dragon. Elder Dragon is supposed to be an epic late game objective that helps secure win. The teams who should feel best about taking Elder Dragon are the ones who have already secured a few dragons. However, the more dragons you've already taken, the harder it is to take down. When Elder Dragon takes a lot long to kill, starting to feel it sounds like a mistake because it opens up Baron to the other teams. This is only compounded by the fact that Elder Dragon buff lasts half as long as the Baron buff. Okay, Elder Dragon no longer deals more damage and takes less damage based on. Okay, that's nice. Aspect of the dragon increased by 30 seconds. That is very oppressive, and that's pretty fucking brutal. Because now that truly is becoming more and more like Exodia. Okay, so minions. As the game scales past laning phase, some classes opt out of engaging with minions. High tanks and supports. Okay, well, most others just stream through waves only. Okay, health growth over time increased by 60%. Okay, melee minions no longer gain attack damage as the game progresses. Okay, so they hurt less, but they're more tanky, which enables more Baron plays and more Elder Dragon plays. Okay, health growth over time decreased by 60%, but that doesn't really matter. Range minions now gain 100% attack damage as the game progresses. They hurt more. That's amazing, and that also means that the cannon minion is better at fucking dealing damage and shit. So okay, turrets. 2 years ago, we made inhibitors and extra turrets shoot laser beams instead of laser bullets. We're reverting the change back in order to streamline the way turrets attack across the board. Okay, melee 45. Oh wait, damage to minions turret now deal a fixed percent of minions max health. Okay, wait, we're center right. Wait, 45% health, so it takes 2 bullets and leaves them with 10. Range still like that. Siege 14%. Okay. Super. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. Let's just fuck me up, fam. 5% health per bullet. Jesus Christ. I hope that the Nexus turrets actually attack faster. Okay. Minimap icons. Plants also have. I don't care about that. All right. Aegis of the Legion. Aura removed, health removed, MR increased, armor added. So now they added armor and they upped the magic resistance. So that's kind of nice. But the aura not being there no longer rents 200 health. No longer rents, okay. No longer gives, okay. Locked to the Iron Solari. Total cost down to 2200. That's nice. Build path Aegis of the Legion. All magic mantle, 650 gold. Magic resistance up by 40. Armor is at 30. But I guess that doesn't really change much since here. No longer grants 400 health. Okay. No longer grants 100%. Okay. Grants shield to nearby enemies that absorb up to 35 plus 35 per level. Damage decaying over 2.5 second 9 second cooldown. This helps dive comps, and it helps versus dive comps. Otherwise, it's a complete nerf across the board. Okay, updated banner of command. Total cost 2200. Aegis of the Legion, Glacial Shroud 100 gold. Okay. Cooldown reduction 10%. Unique active promote nearby, increase the power of lane. Oh, okay. All right. Well, redesign now a tank item. That's actually really cute. But I don't know if it's actually going to see a lot of play. Forbidden Idol. Combined cost 600 to 550. Heal and shield power 10% to 8%. Okay. Chalice of Harmony. 900 to 800 gold. Combined cost 200 to 100. Removed. New passive increases. Okay. Increases to percent base mana regen. Now also increases. Okay. New Redemption. Redemption gives one more spell, bringing both a heal. Oh, that's right. That's right. This is that thing where you call down a beam of fucking light. Right? Target error is 55 after 2.5 seconds. Call down a beam. Yeah, okay. This thing's obnoxious. This is actually really, really cool. I don't know who's going to probably use it. I guess Karma is the most likely candidate for it, but there's probably some other supports that can actually make use of this. We're going to have to see how the meta unfolds. Okay, so Redemption's absolutely fucking busted. Ardent Censer grants less on-hit damage, but now grants an on-hit heal. Your heals and shields on another allied champion grant them 20% attack speed, up from 15%, and 20 magic damage on hit, and cause their basic attacks to restore 20 health. So if they have Runon's Hurricane, are they getting 60 health per auto attack? Because if that's the case, good luck trying to kill a fucking Caitlyn. Like, I don't know how you're going to kill a Caitlyn that also has, like, Bloodthirster. That just seems like she's going to be healing way too much. You're definitely going to need, like, Morellonomicon or something to slow her down. Okay. Redemption on Bard as well. That'll probably be Kael's Crucible. Total cost 24 to 2100 gold. Combined cost 650 to 500 gold. Okay. Base mana regeneration 150 to 100. That's completely irrelevant. Healed and shield power 10% to 20%. That is not irrelevant, however. Increase, okay, removed that, they increase, okay, that's good. Unique active, cleanses all stuns, roots, taunts, fear, silence, and slows on an allied champion, grants them slow immunity for 2 seconds, 120 second cooldown, successfully cleansing in effect using the active will also grant the target 40% movement speed for active, no longer has a travel time. Sounds like this is something Hillary Clinton needed. Okay, so Athene's Unholy Grail, speaking of unholy in today, 2100 gold down from 2250, that's nice. Combined cost 450 to 300 gold, increase to your percentage based mana regen stat now, okay. That's nice. So these are some buffs to some support mages, and, you know, in the mid lane, not just in bottom lane. Okay, Warden Itemization, Knight's Vow. Wardens have a lot of tools to control team fights, their own crowd control, left. What the fuck is a warden? But when it comes, is that like a new class type? Is that like what they're calling? Okay, whatever. They often find themselves unable to help out unless their name is Braum. We want to give those champions the ability to pick one single teammate and work overtime to keep them alive even when their spells are on cooldown. Crystalline Bracer, Cloth Armor, Crystalline Bracer, okay. Health 400, Armor 20 for 2400 gold? Holy shit. There's better be some good actives. Designate an allied champion as your partner. Okay, well, careful throwing around the word partner, okay? Mike Pence is in office now. Anyways, if your partner is nearby, gain 15% movement speed when moving toward them and plus 40 additional armor. What? Unique passive is your partner is nearby, heal for 12% of the damage your partner deals to champions and redirect 12% of the damage your partner takes from champions to you as true damage. Healing and damaging redirection are reduced by 50% if you are ranged. So this is basically Tom Kench's fucking bread and butter of an item. I guess the actives are actually quite fine. So this is fine for like Braum, Tom Kench, probably Alistar, but mostly Tom Kench. So Tom Kench is probably being moved into the supportive role, not just up there in the top lane. And I don't think that he's actually going to exist in the jungle anymore because I've heard that Strength of the Ages was taken away. Okay. Also, yeah, Taric is probably going to be pretty strong for that. Face of the Mountain. Active now also shields you when you cast on an ally, and now also shields the nearest low health ally when cast on yourself. That's really cute. Okay. Eye of the Equinox, Bath health regen 200%, Eye of the Oasis. So these are just buffs across the board for everything. That's kind of nice. Frozen Heart 2700 to 2800 to 2700 gold. I don't think that's really going to make it too buildable. All right, now finally we're getting into champions. We're on our way down. Okay. Alistar, gameplay update for Alistar, passive and E are conceptually swapping places. Okay, Triumphant Roar. Alistar gains Triumphant stacks when applying hard card control to enemy champions when nearby units die, healing himself and the closest ally when he reaches 7 stacks. Okay. Triumphant Roar heals Alistar for 13 plus 7 per level. And then, okay. Cooldown. Alistar can't gain Triumphant stacks with these. Okay. Triumphant Roar. Okay, so they've made him a support champion, and he can no longer be mid or top or jungle if he ever wanted to try to be cute. Bye. No longer stuns targets for 0.5 seconds after the knockup ends, okay? E Trample. Alistar tramples the ground for 5 seconds, damaging nearby units every 0.5 seconds. Wait, hold on. Does he heal himself? Maybe he can be a laner, actually. Okay, wait. Damaging nearby units every 0.5 seconds, over 5 seconds. So that's actually really hurt by magic resistance. Every trample pulse that hits at least one enemy champion grants Alistar 1 trample stack capped at 5. 5 trample stacks. Alistar's next basic character deals 40 plus 10 per level, so 220 damage at max rank. Additional magic damage and stuns the target for 1 second. Okay. Costing 50, 16. Okay. Cooling. Okay, 14 seconds. That's a little bit weird. Unbreakable no longer grants 60, 75, 95 attack damage while active. This I don't think really matters too much. He might have an ability to actually be a laner up there in top now, but I don't think so. I think he'll just actually remain stationary as a support. Okay, Twitch. Ambush now camouflages Twitch. W leaves a gas cloud. Okay, so Q, ambush. Camouflage now camouflages Twitch instead of making him invisible. So people nearby him can still see him and hit him and create shimmer, and he's not completely invisible. Okay, got it. Stealth duration, 4 to 8 seconds to 10 to 14 seconds. Out of combat movement speed, 20 to 10%. That's gimping. Twitch gains 30% movement speed when near an enemy champion that can't see him. That's cute, though. Okay, so overall, this is a pretty big buff to Q ambush. Well, it's a buff mid-late game. It's a nerf early game. Okay. Update. Oh, and it's also a buff to jungle Twitch. Okay. Updated. W Venom cast. Cloud duration 3 seconds. Venom stacks on hit 2 to 1. Okay. Cloud Venom stacks 1 per second. Okay. That's nice. R spray and pray. Rat-a-tat to spray and pray. That's it. All right. That's nice, and all his skins got updated. That's cool. Ivern. Q cooldown decrease. Daisy has more health and is generally smarter. Ivern got fucking buffed again? I've never seen Riot push a champion this fucking hard. I don't think I've actually seen this happen. Q cooldown decrease. Daisy has more health and is generally smarter. Okay, that's nice. What about Dragon and fucking Tibbers? What about Mordekaiser? What about fucking Yorick? You think your rework on him fixed him? It didn't. All right, anyways. Root Caller, 16 to 12 seconds scaling to 14 to 10 seconds. I can now reactivate Root Caller to take the dash portion of the ability. In addition to issuing a... What? R, Daisy, 1250 to 750 scaling HP. Generally should be smarter. Well, congratulations. All right. Oh, man. All right, well. Oh, man. Okay. Kled remounts more quickly. W damage down. Okay. Scarl remount time 1 second to 0.5 seconds. That's really nice and more obnoxious because he basically has multiple Banshee's Veils. W violent tendencies 4 to 8% of the target's maximum health to 4 to 6% of the maximum health. That's a pretty big nerf. So Kled becomes more utility centric. All right, now we're getting the items. Flat magic resistance reduction replaced with magic damage amplification. No longer provides unique R, reduces the magic resistance to nearby enemies by 20, so it's no longer a supportive item when you're running double or triple AP team composition. Nearby enemies, oh, never mind. It's actually even just fucking stronger than that if your team is further ahead. So that's great. All right, absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Riot. Hextech Revolver. On-hit damage reduced. Unique passive Magic Bolt damage reduced from 75 to 150 to 50 to 125. I feel like that's actually pretty fair. Hextech Proto Belt. Damage per additional bolt 30 to 20%. Damage ratio 0.35 to 0.25 ability power. So overall, just 2 nerfs across the board. That's fine. Okay, now let's go into whatchamacallit. Someone in chat is saying that Kled is not nerfed, but how do you not see that as a nerf? I said this is a buff and this is a nerf. I said that this was really great because it means he gets like multiple Banshee's Veils more effectively. Anyways, masteries. Double-edged sword. In general, lower mastery tiers are impactful early but fall off later. This keeps decision-making reasonable as a scaling mastery double-edged sword isn't a great fit for tier 2, so we're moving it higher, okay? New Fresh Blood. First basic attack against champion deals an additional 10 plus 1 per level damage, 9 second cooldown. Alright, so that's like for all 80 carries, I guess? Or something? Alright. Tier 4. Okay, double-edged sword. Risk word, incarnate, remember, most dead people deal no damage. Okay, damage dealt increased to 5%. Increased damage taken 1.5 to 2.5%. Generally, the people that do take this are either coming from the jungle or they're top laners that already just deal a lot of damage and threaten lethal anyway, so they don't really care about this amplification to their damage taken. So I don't think it's going to affect them too much. But this is pretty big for junglers and top laners. Bounty Hunter provides the highest bonus if you can manage to stack it. Okay. 1 to 1.5%. Maximum bonus is up 2.5%. All right, Evelyn. Hello. What the fuck? Okay. Huge buff for junglers. Okay, Battle Trance. Safe and guaranteed, but takes time to ramp it up. Gain up to 5% increased damage over 5 seconds when in combat with enemy champions. Okay, Tom Kench, Poppy, Tank Fizz, Tank Akali. Fortunately, Tank Ekko's gone because that would have, he would take Battle Trance over Fervor. What the fuck? Okay. Alright, well, Evelyn gets 2.5% added damage. That's pretty good, and so do a lot of other champions up here. This is really big for Poppy, and it's big for Tom Kench, assuming that something else hasn't happened elsewhere. And also, I mean, this is probably even good for Tank Fizz, so that's all nice. Okay, so, now what? Oh, Keystone. Updated Fervor battle. Hitting enemy champions, basic attacks, and ability generated Fervor stack. 2 for melee attacks, 2 second cooldown for abilities. This is unchanged. Maximum stacks 8 to 10. Stack duration 6 seconds to 4 seconds. New attack damage stacks now grant. Wait, what? So they lost damage? Oh, it gives you attack damage, which. Oh. You get a flat 60 AD at max stacks. 60 AD. What is Tryndamere E? Is that 100% AD? Darius, Renekton, Jace, Riven, Fiora, Trundle. Okay, yeah, that's cool. All right, Cunning. Cunning in a reasonably stable place, offering choices for burst utility, in some cases both, such as Storm Rage Surge, for filling the last gap in here, okay? Greenfather's Gift. Extra oomph for champions who duck in and out of brush between combat. Stepping into a brush causes the next basic attacker ability to deal 3% of your target's current health as bonus magic damage. Okay, Teemo, Aurelia, Jace, Rengar, let's see, who else up there in the top lane? Caitlyn in bottom lane. Let's see, who else? I'm trying to think. Ivern. I guess if Evelyn gets this, she gains 3% of the enemy's current health as bonus magic damage on her auto because she's obviously going to touch a brush before her gank. Twitch, Fiddlesticks, Poppy, everyone and their mother. I mean, the Greenfather probably slept with a lot of people. I think he was a whore. Whoever the Greenfather was, he was promiscuous. Okay, he got around, all right? He was Ted Cruz. So the presidential election is coming to Summoner's Rift, and it is not as cunning as it may seem. But anyways, Precision. We chatted about this earlier. Go read the lethality stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, we already know about this. Okay. Okay. Resolve. The Resolve tree provides some solid options to make champions tankier, but ironically falls a bit flat in supporting the tank playstyle or adding choices that reward tanks for actively doing their job rather than just making them passively beat Siege Masters. Survive poke and live through dive attempts while sitting underneath the game. 8 armor and manager. That's fantastic against poke compositions. That's nice. But that's going to be like a 5s. Oh, wait. Oh, this is actually really cool for like Singed versus Teemo, everyone versus Teemo. Oh, this is actually a pretty big nerf to Teemo. Oh, this sucks. This is Shen's best friend. Oh, that's really obnoxious. This is Shen's best friend, and this is like Poppy's best friend. So this actually hurts Jace a little bit against some matchups too. Anyways, okay, Resolve, Tier 4, Fearless, extra mitigation at the start of the fight, gain 10% bonus armor and magic resistance, plus 2 flat armor and magic resistance per level when damaged by an enemy champion for 2 seconds, 9-second cooldown. Poppy? Okay, remove strength. No! College of the Colossus. Gain a shield for 7 plus 7% each additional nearby enemy champion of your maximum health. So, let's say that there's 5. Or, well, you get 42% of your maximum health for 4 seconds after hitting an enemy champion with hard crowd control. Stun, root, suppression, taunt, charm, fear, terrify, knock up the knock. Okay. Tahm Kench. Poppy. Tank Fiddlesticks. Who else? Warwick? Tank Warwick? Then again, like, why would you do Tank Warwick? Malphite? Oh my god. Wait a minute. Malphite can go, like, hybrid off-tank with Courage of the Colossus, and, like, he can still go AP, ult into the team fight, and still get a shitload of HP. Maokai, Sejuani, Nautilus, Leona, Youmuu, but no one ever talks about him. He's sad. This is actually really, really cool. Courage of the Colossus. This is really, really, really cool. 30-second cooldown. That's actually awesome. Okay, League Client update. That's nice. I'm going to see how it is. I don't think I have it right now, though. Scoreboard ordering. Okay. Ranked end of season 2016. Victorious Maokai, which is the biggest fucking waste of space ever. Like, you could have picked something cool. All right. See, when people like to say that Riot's like money hungry or something, you have to really wonder. Like, when they come out with shit like this, like Victorious fucking Maokai, okay? This skin is probably going to make them less money than Yorick did. All right, let me just throw that out there for you all, okay? They easily could have used this opportunity to become Victorious Victor, all right? And that would have made them a lot of money. But they come out with the most fucking random, like Maokai. What the fuck is this? I don't care. Oh, that's right, it's free and you can't buy it. Oh god, I'm an idiot. That's even worse. They paid someone to make this. That guy was... You don't even need to see that guy's Tinder profile. He's into S&M. Oh my god. Oh man. That's even fucking worse. Oh my god. This guy's Tinder profile should just like literally say in the description, I made Victorious Maokai. All of the dominatrixes are gonna fucking... They can smell that. They can smell that from an entire continent away. Oh, man. And then they're gonna realize that he's probably a U.S. citizen. They're not gonna want that citizenship after yesterday's electoral vote. But anyways, okay, so... 2017 ranked updates. That's nice. Okay, starting with patch notes. Okay, that's cool. Bug fixes. Probably there's so much. Okay. Okay. And upcoming Karthus Lightbane? That's Karthus? Oh, that's sick. Bard. That's awesome. Sejuani Dawn Chaser, Jace Brighthammer. That's cool. Worldbreaker Trundle, Worldbreaker Nautilus. Those are both pretty cool. Oh, I like these. Oh, that's pretty cool. Poppy Chromas and Braum Chromas. These are all cool. That's actually really cool. Okay, so I think that does it for the patch 6.22 rundown. So just again, in case you weren't here at the very beginning, So I guess Evelyn's still the same, except she just got buffed by everything else that has happened. So in case you weren't here, I think that Talon is top jungle. I think Katarina's mid, LeBlanc is mid, Rengar is top jungle, Fizz is top jungle, Kha'Zix is top jungle, Akali is tank, top Akali. Zed is a Elo booster's best friend and wet dream, but I think that he's a lot worse in competitive. Ekko is tunneled into AP Ekko, which isn't so bad. It's just a little bit depressing because I think Tank Ekko is one of the best champion types to ever appear inside of League. And Shaco, a lot of people were saying that he was like gutted. Let me just click him. I think this is probably a buff if you know what you're doing. Although it does, I think, tunnel Shaco into like AP Shaco. A little bit, or to a certain degree, or like a hybrid Shaco, which isn't so bad. There are Shacos that are actually good and that can play him. Most notably, there's a Shaco from Ionia. Recently, there hasn't been that many Korean Shacos, but I mean, if your measurement of if Shaco is good or not is watching Shocklone, then of course you think the champion's terrible. I mean, you don't watch Hashinshin to know if Jax is balanced or not, really. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. I think Shaco will actually probably be a little bit fine, especially because some of the changes to some of the jungle camps definitely help him out. And so that's kind of nice. All right, and that's it.